Demos are so cool, you guys, you don't even know. When I was a kid, I wanted to go to E3 so badly. The idea of playing all these demos and prototypes and building up hype always excited me so much. But of course I never got to go. I love demo discs. They had some of that same feeling, but they were always pretty limited. Maybe a dozen games at most. So when I heard about what the Nextfest was, hard to hold back my excitement. Every year, I always wish somebody would put together a list of their favorites during the event so I could just see some of the stuff out there worth paying attention to. Or confirming games I've heard of were worth playing. And this year I thought, I'm a somebody. I'll be grading these based on how much money I would spend. Things to understand, I do not currently have an income, but I am basing this on how much money I used to make at a 9-to-5 job. I might prioritize different things than you, and you can go play these games right now, unless you're watching this after the October 2024 Nextfest, in which case, maybe? Sometimes the demos are still out. And these are all games that already feel extremely complete. I often keep a separate list of games that have a shot if they can fix certain issues, but this isn't that list. Anyways, here's my current highlights of the October 2024 Nextfest. Did you ever want to play Crystal Chronicles but couldn't get the required people and hardware together to do it? God! Wild Woods is a cooperative escort quest where a wagon is constantly moving, and you need to defend it and yourself while managing resources. At night, it gets cold and dangerous and dark, and you need to use wood to keep a fire lit. Maintain a collection of herbs to heal you, and stockpile gold to use at safe spaces to upgrade yourself and your wagon. It's all pretty straightforward, until everything goes horribly wrong. Enemy bunnies start streaming in slow at first, but as more types of enemies show up with better stats and armor that keeps them from flinching to your attacks, it gets difficult quickly. The demo won't challenge a reasonable team too hard, but I can see this one going places. This got such an instant wishlist out of me once it clicked. I hope it's not too expensive, but even at $20, I'd call it worth it. Sorry We're Closed is a Resident Evil-like tense action mystery game that asks you to step into the shoes of an exceptionally queer protagonist as she deals with the curse of a very lonely demon. So lonely. With this curse, you can now see in 2 dimensions. I mean, it's a 3D game. I mean, two 3-dimension... Never mind. It's stylish, it's fascinating, and the demo left me wanting more. If this game sells for under $30, it'll be a steal. Super Blockbuster is what happens if you make a game really good. Ever played Goof Troop? Just me? It's a sliding block puzzle game, but it's less focused on logic, most of the puzzles are pretty simple, and more focused on timing execution. The levels are full of monsters. It uses the time you spend learning the mechanics to show you rather than tell you how it works, leading to several very, very funny gotcha moments. Understood! Oh, okay. Though thankfully they don't punish you too hard. It's got great retro-styled chip music, and just looks gorgeous with its particles and lighting, fitting into a modern retro feel easily. This one's price will depend somewhat on its length, but if it comes out at $20, that'll hit my value metric easy. If you're a fan of Dead Cells, you're probably already interested in Windblown. If you need more convincing, try the demo for sure. I won't waste your time, it's amazing. What if Hades were just a little bit more Dead Cells in feel? The combo system feels incredible, and make sure to do at least 2 runs to get the full feel of it. It has some surprises. This one's an easy $30, but I might stretch it out higher to be honest. Rivals of Aether II. It feels like a direct sequel to Super Smash Bros. Not a knockoff, it feels exactly as good. This one's hitting as hard as AAA games, but with indie sensibilities. $40, easy. Anything less, and you pounce on it. I haven't felt out the balance exactly, so I don't know if Loxodont is overpowered or not. Slay the Alice is an absolutely fascinating idea that I don't know if I can recommend or not. I feel like this will be great for YouTubers in general. The use of the roguelike pick-a-path, Slay the Spire map, mixed with what's otherwise a choose-your-own-adventure with random events. I wanted to see more out of it than I got, but the story is really fascinating. If it's under $10, I'd say it'd be worth it, even if it doesn't do much with that interesting mechanic. It's got some serious style to it for fans of subdued horror. Unrailed 2! It's Unrailed, but again. It looks like they cleaned the game up considerably since the last one. I had several problems with crashes in that one. The demo's so full-featured, we didn't even get to the part where it reminds you it ends. I couldn't price this one, it's hard to find Unrailed's place. It's a bit of a slow game most of the time, but then it gets hectic and crazy all at once as you realize you've made a terrible mistake in pathing your train. Sorry gamers, you'll need to just play this one. You know how Peglin is like, what if a roguelike used pachinko as a mechanic to accomplish the RPG elements? Ballionaire dares to ask, what if a pachinko machine used roguelike elements to accomplish the pachinko elements? If you've ever played Luck Be a Landlord, I'd say that's this game's closest comparison. Try to make money out of your increasingly overpowered pachinko machine by stacking the deck in what feels like a deck builder, but has distinctly different vibes. The aesthetic is not for me, but it's definitely well executed. It does something unique and fascinating well enough to have grabbed me. That said, I can't imagine going higher than $15 personally. And that's it for now. This time, the Nextfest has a random function in addition to the guided function. Definitely check out as many as you can while you can. And share in the comments anything you saw that caught your eye even a little bit. Twilight?